Test. Okay. Stupid ad breaks. Stupid is what stupid does. There we go. Say ad breakdown, I can't tell. I'm swapping a nozzle. Is there anyone in my chat? I can't tell. I'm swapping a nozzle. Is there meaning to this existence of life? I cannot tell either. I'm swapping a nozzle. My life currently is only about swapping nozzle. Go. Starting soon. Yeah, so right now we are going to I guess we'll sleep it here. Alright, now I am working on setting up the printer for the soap filament. Alright, we should be good to go now. Okay. So, they sent me new soap filament. I have not yet tested the soap filament, so we'll see if I can get it to work. I really, really want this to work. Like, because it's just such a cool concept of an idea for a filament soap. And if it works, that means I can get other filaments to work as well of theirs. I honestly was not expecting them to send me a new roll of filament. But I'm following all the directions. I've dried this out for a good amount of time before throwing it in. We're going to use the soap filament profiles that I used last time. We're using a 1.0 nozzle this time, and I'm going to be printing this off the Prusa slicer instead of Orca slicer. Alright, we are loading soap. I should have put something in my title about Happy Birthday, Boz. It's too late, probably. And no matter, I can update it later. Of course. I'm looking through my emails right now. What is this? Is that a fly just flew right past my... That was weird. Alright, it's going through. I just had to adjust the tension. Yes. Okay. Can I move this? I need to move this. Control. There we go. Alright. We're gonna purge more filament. But it seems like it's working right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it with the tariff after I ordered everything and everything got to me. The soap is coming out at least. I think I needed to try it a little more, but we'll see. Alright. Soap filament's working. Yeah, I don't remember how much I had to pay in tariffs, but I was not happy that I had to. Yeah, they're like making the calibration much easier. And they're fixing the resonance issues and stuff like that too. Yeah, no, I'm happy that... Sure, it has its issues. I've had, like, no issues, really, with the Core One. Aside from the soap filament, but that was due to the soap filament. Hold on. But I do like they go and, like, fix issues. And, like, they're constantly keeping their stuff updated. And, I don't know. They support their products. Whereas you can't say the same for every other 3D printer. And I also really like what they did with their... What is it? The Print Now or whatever it's called. Their cloud printing... cloud slicer or whatever. Which allows you to like slice directly from your phone to your printer, and it works for other printers, not just... Hey! Welcome in, cheese. Slice. Okay. I don't think I want this here. I'm gonna adjust the G code. The print settings. Yo, RS, what's up? We'll see if the TTS works. I haven't touched that in a while. There it goes.
He drew.
Did that go through for you? Because I could not hear it. Very quietly. Huh. I'll mess with that later. Okay. We're gonna try this. We're printing a soap football. I am not sure. Let's see. Let me check here. Control. I don't know why it Prusa Slicer says we're on a different Flow 1.0. Alright. It says I've got a 0.4 nozzle here. Yeah, I've got soap filament that I'm trying out again, that Time Plast resent me because the first batch was messed up. Let's see. That's annoying that you have to go through the settings menu every time you do that. Materials should match. Because I loaded in the soap. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I am capturing a time lapse for this too. There we go, time lapse. Okay. I'm a little out of it today. If I seem like... Where's my camera for this one? The buddy camera, yeah. Yeah, I'm using the buddy one. I mean, it works fine. You can see how it looks in there. I did print a different, like, bracket thing for it. Here, let me see if I can find it. So that way it's got a better image on the inside. Like, you could see the print bed a lot better with that. I did accidentally get the wrong buddy camera, and then I was able to send it back and get the right one after reaching out to their support, so their support's really good. This is what I printed out. You need to get magnets, so which is the only annoying thing. Okay, give me a second. Thanks for the bits. Okay. It should have been updated. That works too. And then if you have the app, you can somehow connect a phone to take time lapses and stuff. Like use an old phone kind of thing. I think there's a way to do that. Or you can use the GPIO board. Yeah, I haven't really looked into that or the GPO hacker board thing. Also, I don't know why... I still have Octopi, but I don't use it with the Core One. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah. The Octopi, because I swapped to use Clipper, which runs on my old laptop, instead of using Octopi. I thought about using Octopi with the Core One, but the Prusa Connect works really well. Why is this being weird? Excuse me. Guess we'll just put this up of it. Kind of like that. I figured I'd use the Buddy camera, so that way I have native time-lapse, even if the time-lapses aren't nearly as good as the Octopi. I don't know, I might mess with the Octoprint or whatever, to see if I can get it running with the Core 1 for better time-lapses. But if I do that, I won't be able to use Prusa Connect. I'd have to use Orca Slicer for everything. So there's trade-offs for anything I do, basically. What am I just waiting on the mouse. True, yeah. I also have the GPIO board, or whatever it's called. I bought it when I just threw it in there as well when I was getting the Prusa to see if I could use that for time lapses at some point, figure out how to use that. But I haven't gotten around to messing with it. Okay, so it's still absorbing heat. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I don't know what camera is not working on this scene. I'll fix that in a second for my face cam. Okay. Cameras. This is the one I want. My hair's a little weird. As I turn the camera on, I need to go check on work. Forget that I opened so many different tabs in Windows. Didn't work. I probably need to clean the nozzle. We'll see if it probes correctly. That's another upgrade I'm gonna make at some point. This is a satin one? I think? Satin powder coated, yeah. Yeah, I got a couple different ones. I got the satin one, I got the... I don't know which ones, all of the ones I've got. I got like 2 or 3 different ones though when I ordered everything. I figured buy everything at once, don't have to worry about things for a while, and then don't have to worry about shipping costs and such. But I also want to add this at some point. Here, I'll put it in here. And I'll bring it up. A nozzle wiper. Which basically uses a one from bamboo. You just buy, and then you just yeah, just an easy little thing that'll help keep the nozzle clean and everything. And you don't even have to like remove anything to put that in, because if there's just a little right here, there's a screw hole for it specifically. And they have like a couple different versions of it, so that'll probably be the next upgrade. I've got like a whole folder of Core One mods or upgrades. It's like there's this. I mean, there's one that goes on the other side and just has a purge bin as well. Which it doesn't do it automatically, you just throw your trash in there basically. But yeah, here's a spare camera holder for a phone. I've done this. I need to modify it though to make it work with the MMU, because this filter does not fit correctly basically. There's a couple different filters. I thought about the side storage at some point, be kind of neat. And then I'll probably... I want to try using the MMU first. Yeah. Not where I work. I'll probably upgrade to a Core Box 1 at some point, which is basically taking the MMU and making it much better. I want to first use the MMU to see how it works and everything, and decide if I actually need to upgrade or if I'm fine with living with how it is, or how it works. Well, this thing is kind of cool. You just have to order a kit, basically. And it just takes MMU and it slots it all into here. Like that, and just sits on top. And then you have a box for all your filaments. So it basically works like any other, depends on me. Why me? Kind of. There's this. Hold on. I'm watching it. It's not. I need to clean the nozzle. So it's... leaving marks on the plate. Okay, we're gonna retry it. My volume is low. Or is it just me talking I'm low? This is about my normal voice volume. I can up it a little bit. Potato, potato, potato. It's fine here. Are you sure it's low? It's like pretty much maxed. Maybe I just need to enunciate or like talk out a little more. I did update OBS as well, and it could be just an OBS thing. Huh. Is anyone else having volume issues? Because it could just be Bluetooth between your car and the phone. Okay. So I try to keep my mic above everything else as far as volume goes. That way music and shit doesn't override it. Huh. It's just an Apple issue. Here, I can try to boost my mic a tiny bit more. See if that helps. Test, 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 test. Hopefully that doesn't cause issues. I'm in the yellow now. How much louder? Is it like too loud? There, I dropped it slightly. I think it was getting close to peaking before. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the Core One. Alright, so yeah, I've tried talking to her about that multiple times, and it's never gone well for me. Trying to find, there's an article on here about the Core 1, or the MMU 3. It's like, in my opinion, I'd rather be slightly loud and have the whoever's watching turn me down. Exactly. There we go. Now it's going fine. It's not quite perfect. Yeah, it's not quite sticking. But it's printing. This is better than what it was doing before, basically. Okay, I think it's... We'll let it go and see how it prints. It could just be I need to dry the filament longer, I need to adjust the tension arm on it. There's a couple things I might need to do. But it's printing. I'm also using a 1.0 nozzle where I was using a 6.0 last time, and I was using a high flow nozzle as opposed to a different kind of nozzle. So, but it's printing. That's all I wanted, is for it to print. I can deal with little issues. Exactly. Alright, I'm looking at work stuff right now. Keeping an eye on it as it goes. I don't want to get my face too close to the printer, because the fumes from it are agitating my eyes, which is kind of to be expected. It's soap that is being printed. So this would probably be a good one to have the filter on and going for. I don't know how much detail we're going to get on this print either, because it's soap filament and it's a 1.0 nozzle. Yo, oh, are you fishing? I can't, for some reason I can't hear it. Wait, are you fishing? What do you mean? What are you doing? Oh, thanks. I didn't hear it, and I didn't see any notifications about it. But thank you for the Prime sub. hate when companies are named different or they use different names when they reach out to us than what we have in our system. Yeah, I forgot that I set up the fishing game to go if somebody subs, or gives a sub, or does a prime sub as well. I think the issue with the first layer was just going too slow, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Now that I've got it working, I can try a couple different things to get it to work better. Tedious, yes, but better than not working. Let me think about that. I have a couple theories. One, I think the tensioner arm might be a little too loose in there, because I loosened it up quite a bit, because that's what I'm told you're kind of supposed to do for flexible filaments. So I think it needs to be a little bit tighter to get a little bit better flow in there. Other options could be it needs to slow down a little bit more as far as the speed of laying out that first layer, and it probably needs to be a little warmer temperature wise. And then the filament could just need to be dried more too, because it's coming from Florida and it's supposed to be kind of dry to print. Yeah, it's just that first layer, which the first layer is foundational, and this is just a test print anyway. I'm not like... Exactly. It could also be that I'm using a 1.0 nozzle as opposed to the 0.6 nozzle. So things flow weirdly when you up it, or up the dimension diameter stuff. Hello, Catch. Hold on. I did not quite catch that because it's the TTS, and I'm not. I'm at my work PC right now. There we go. Okay. End of the month. Oh, it's not too bad right now. I say that as I was working on a case. Okay, this is what I was looking at. So for the Core 1, the MMU3 basically looks like this. I got this enclosure, so the top portion of it is just kind of closed up. But there is this that someone has made. The community made it so you can put all your filaments up top like this. Otherwise the filaments are just kind of sitting out like this. Gonna be a long Monday for you. I suppose it is the last day of the month for September. It's also Boz's birthday. So I could maybe look at printing this guy right here, which is community version, and then I could store all my filaments on top. It's got 4.5 or 4-star rating. Oh, there's this filament bypass splitter. So yeah, there's options. People have remixed it. people have remixed it quite a lot, actually. There's a lot of files for this. Oh, and it requires a longer cable too. I keep mine in an IKEA box with a bunch of Decadent. I can actually show you. This, here we go. So we got. This is what I use for mine. I think I might have to actually refresh my Decadent because it's about 20 degrees humidity in there right now. Desiccant, sorry. Which means I'll just throw it in the oven for a while. So, I think it's like 20% still fine. Yes. And I could, if I wanted to be like, not lazy, but if I want to reuse that box, I think you can get like coupler or like filament coupler inserts or whatever, where you can just like screw into the box and then route all the cables. I've seen people do that before. I just don't know exactly what they're called. But then like screw into the box in here and then just put the rollers on the inside, and then I'd probably have to redesign the desiccant boxes a little bit. Or I just make a whole new thing and print all this stuff for the other one. Or I just deal with it as is. I've got options. Yeah. We're at 36%. But doing that would basically completely take up all the space on my desk, and I wouldn't be able to have the Ender 3 printer up there. Which I do eventually soon, TM, want to get it fixed and working so I can print with that too, even if I don't necessarily need a second printer running all the time. I just want to have it fixed and running. Oh yes, exactly. I mean, I did design the creeper cam bracket for her, and she seemed pretty enthused about that, or at least like accepting of it. And I do print snakes for her, so she's slowly coming around. I need to. I need to redesign that slightly, as well. To work better with... I don't know, because the suction cups I have don't work that well. I need to find better suction cups for it, I think. Actually, what I want to do, I'm going to test real fast to see if I can get magnets to work. I don't think magnets will work, though. But it would be nice for mine to replace the suction cups with magnets. Yeah. Nope. So we gotta use suction cups. I could print one of those out of the soap filament and just have it slowly degrade. But I also want to. I need to make a half version of it for my parents' sink, because the way their sink is, it doesn't work very well in their sink. So. Right. I think I should probably start my designing work. I want to export this. Why is it like... football. Oh, it's just the design of it where it has that lip in there. Okay. That's annoying. Okay. The bottom side is fine, though. Export. I just want to download it as an object, I think. Basically, I'm going to import it into here. And the idea is to kind of make it into a stand, but be the back half of the stand similar to like a banana whole stand, how it has that like curve. Paint. So the idea is yeah, I'm not gonna I can't use magnets for that. But the idea for the football trophy is this is gonna be the football trophy. It's or like the football part of it itself. It's like the back half. On this, there's gonna be the balls that hang off it or whatever, and then there's gonna be a stand here. I am terrible at Microsoft Paint, so it's the idea is to kind of have like a banana stand style stand and then have like the back of it the football, and I'll put the football in TPU, paint it brown, and screw it on somehow. I think I'm gonna like use a screw that comes through the top like this and then comes through the bottom here. Yeah, and then on the front I'll be able to put plates of like the winners, or like the current winner, and then on the back I can have plates to have more winners and the team names. And then the idea is to make it expandable, so if we need to make more, we can just print another base, slap it on the bottom. Stanley Cup, no. Yeah, exactly. Make it a. I'm gonna make it a. So the base stand will be the thing that connects the whole to the football and everything, and holds up everything. Yeah, and then the other bottom parts are just gonna be stands, and then I'm probably gonna have like holes in it, and then I'll print like a plate thing that'll connect into the holes via pegs or like screws, and then you can just slot in like my name, who won it last year, and the year kind of thing, and it just slaps onto here somehow. That's still in the works. The main portion that's going to be the toughest to design is the football, or like the stand that connects to the football, because I want to have like this part be like the spine of it. Well, yeah, but I gotta have my previous wins on the plates too. So that's why I came into Tinkercad. I already have it in here. Okay. And I designed a hollow football. And I'll probably punch like a hole into it at some point. But I'm going to see if I can use the hollow football to design the spine of it. And from there I should be able to design everything around it. Because this should be measured out. I might print just like a quick, print this quickly in PLA. Actually, I don't think that'll print very well unless you use a bunch of support. Or maybe just use some cheap filament. Just to kind of make sure that, or I only need to print half of it probably, just at the widest. To make sure it fits the truck nuts, basically, portion of the trophy. Because that's the most important part of the trophy, is the truck nuts. I could also make it out of a helmet. This is another option, actually. Make it a helmet and hang the balls in the inside of the helmet. I don't know how well this would print, though. Anyway, there's options. I want to try to do the football because that seems like an interesting idea. Well, yeah, I would need a much bigger helmet. You just scale it up, basically. And that'd be pretty easy to... because then you can just hang it from the top of the helmet, basically. And then all you would do is you just slap this in like a square stand and do a cutout of the helmet itself. This has some potential too. Let me see if I can get the football working. If not, this is a backup. Because then I can also print this out too, and it would connect to it kind of, maybe. I don't know. That doesn't really connect very well, actually. Okay. Go here. I need to find that download. Okay. Can I just copy it in here? No. How do I add stuff into here again? Thinking no. Not threads. Import. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera or off stream real fast while I find what I need. Half football. This might be the solid one, actually. Not the hollow one. Yeah, that's the wrong one. But the fact that I can bring it in is pretty good. And this I might be able to use this as well if I cut it in half, basically. Okay. Yeah, I already have the hollow version, I just didn't export it. So I'm going to do that now. I thought I had it exported, but I remembered that I exported the solid one to be able to print in the soap. Yeah, it's a little difficult to see. Hollow? Whatever. I know what it is. Export here. I don't know how you spell hollow, but it does not seem right. Okay. And we can import. Okay, I am spelling it right. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I think I grabbed a file instead of the object. Yeah, okay. How do I delete? Delete? I tried doing this in Fusion 360. But Fusion 360 is really bad with modifying or using open with errors or imported with errors. It's really bad with being able to modify existing models like this. Alright, looks fine to me. What are the errors, though? But yeah, you can see how it's hollow on the inside now. Okay. So now what I want to do is check my work PC. And make sure that one doesn't go offline. Or locking. Excuse me. Check the football. That's working pretty well, actually. It's just that first layer was a little rough. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to create a plane on the half of it, basically. We're getting into territory that I'm not very familiar with. But I think the idea is to see if I can create a plane. 3 point. There we go. Oops. See, there we go. We got a nice big plane here. Now what I need to figure out how to slice this in half on the view. Can I... make transparent? I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna wing it. we are just going to try and get a few points on here. I'm gonna have to clean that out at some point before I print the football. Okay, so then let's create a 3-point arc. Okay, and let's see if I can take these two. Yes! 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 That's exactly what I want to do. Okay. So now let's... There we go, that's what I want. So we're going to do an offset. I'm going to go... here, and I want to create oops. I'll just go like that. Okay. Yo, thanks for the raid. I don't know what Octoprint bot's doing, but that's about a 2-week-old haircut now. We're trimming this, we're trimming this. Welcome in, raiders. We are printing with soap. So right now, we are getting... here it is. This printed as a test right now. But I think the next print I'm going to do for a test is this guy right here. This fine-looking, smug guy. I wanted to do the football first to test, just to make sure it's working, and it is. Yeah, a little soap baby. And then we'll do the soap baby print test. I'm happy though, I finally got it to work, and it's all it took was me reaching out to them. Yeah, so basically the first batch, the diameter of the filament was bigger than what the printer could handle. And that caused it basically to not print. This one is fine though. I have a little bit of work to get it to stick better to the print bed for the first layer, but it looks fine right now. So I'm happy it's working. How's Megabonk? How was your stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Sorry, I don't get raids that often, so... It does. It kind of smells like soapy olive oil. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It smells like soap. just like generic soap. Well, maybe not generic soap, but yeah. Nice. Have you beaten Baby Steps? I've heard that's not a long game. And Mega Bonk I've heard is pretty fun too. Nice, congrats. I remember watching you, was it last week, play when we raided in from Fem stream at the worst time. Oh, okay. That game looks fun, but it also looks like a game I would be very terrible at because I'm bad at those kinds of frustrating on-purpose games. Check a few things. So yeah, you were working on a design at some point for the soap filament as well, right, Irby? Have you gotten that figured out? Yeah. I can't wait to see like some of the speedruns that people do with it. The stupid shit that people will get into with that. Okay. Yeah, I figured it shouldn't take too much. Nice. Can't wait to see some of your PBs. I wonder if anyone's put a bounty on that yet. I know Moist Critical maybe will put a bounty on it. I know nothing about speedrunners. It's just fun to watch them sometimes. Oh yeah, we got the soap filament done. Right now we are working on modeling a fantasy football trophy. This is kind of the base idea. So we've got, right now, it's a set of truck nuts that are sitting on a banana stand. What I want to do is take a football and make that like the back half of the banana stand, and then design a banana, like a hook, or like a spine that fits into the football. And here's the football that I've designed. And I took that into here. And we're now working on the spine of it. So I think I'm gonna have to move this down a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to have to adjust this slightly. And then the idea with the trophy is I'm going to have a base that'll have like the person who won it as we need, depending on how many years we do this for. So the history of the trophy is basically my family's fantasy football league, and my brother basically got a set of Trek nuts that were originally he had placed on my mom's car as a joke, and then he placed it on my mom's bike as a joke, and then they were just kind of sitting around doing nothing, and so he's using that for the trophy. And so I'm going to make it better, kind of, depending on how well this goes. And what I want to do is I want to print the football portion of it in like a TPU to kind of give it that flexible thing. And then the rest of it will be like PLA or PETG or something like that to give it sturdiness to it. Oh no, ads! Yeah. This is the first time I've taken a model from Tinkercad and thrown it into Onshape and developing something based off it. So I'm still learning. Oh, nice. I'm getting that sweet, sweet turbo ad money, which is like 5 cents compared to 1 cent. Okay. We're gonna suppress this. What I need to do is we're gonna change this offset. I think we want to make it 4 millimeters. Because I'm trying, I don't want it to like hang out. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm dumb. Exactly. Like, that's why I was so excited to get the soap filament to work. Because I wanted to do something new with new filament. And if that works, I mean, if I can get this working, I can mess around with, like, the other filaments they have. I have an idea, because my brother wants me to print golf tees. And Timeplast has a filament for plant stuff, basically. I think it's this one, but I'm going to look at fish bait, coral food, fish food, wearable, flex. Yeah. They have antibacterial soap. Interesting. Golf cheese. There's a bug, a tractor, a bug kill. Holy crap, they've got a lot more stuff since I've last looked. Baby gender reveal? What the hell? What the hell are some of these? Desalination? Water purifier? Water retainer? Holy shit. They have this, which is something that'll release fertilizer, basically. So it's something that, because these golf tees are basically usable, so once they break, they just get lost usually. Whereas if I were to print it out of like a plant-based filament that'll just dissolve into the ground and support the environment, it'd be way better than printing with a plastic that doesn't do that. I thought I saw there was like some other one as well, sublimation, but yeah. Coral food, fish bait, just like something that is better for the environment than plastic. That would be interesting. This soap is irritating my eyes a little bit because it is soap. Fiber. Burn. What the hell is passive cooling? Duct tape? Huh. That's crazy. Toilet color? What if... Hear me out. We made these you stick in your toilet and they clean your toilet bowl with the toilet filament. Yeah, Yeah. There are so many. Ball, I'm guessing, is like a bouncy TPU. Yeah. A toilet. Just print something giant that sticks out of the toilet. Sugar. Interesting. Bug attractor. Where is the... There's a paper surface. Baby gender reveal. Oh, this one's sold out. They were recently shown on one of the bigger 3D printer channels as well. So we'll see how popular these guys get. And a stick and glow. Oh, that's crazy. I feel like this is just like a startup where the CEO just throws anything at the damn wall and their engineers somehow are making it. I don't know or understand. Oh, they got cinnamon soap? For subscribers only. How do you become a subscriber? 20 bucks a month? Huh. Fire? Oh, this is basically make candles. Alright, anyway. It's printed. Go this one. So like I thought the details are a little lacking. It's a little oozy, but then again that's probably because of the 1.0 filament. And it's the first layer isn't that great, but it printed, and that's just what I wanted, something to print and just kind of test it. Here, let me grab the very first soap filament I was able to print before I had run into issues. So yeah, here's a cube after a couple weeks of just sitting in my sink, because I've been curious to see like how well it dissolves. And you can see it's like slowly deteriorating. So it does work. It doesn't smell as soapy as it did before, though. Whereas this one smells freshly soapy. So. I will probably print another one of these football ones at some point to... Well, I'm gonna bring this one over to show family. Be like, hey, look at this, look what I can do now. I'll probably print one for myself. I don't know, we'll see. Because I want to see how well they last. Depends on the rope. What do you mean, rope? Alright, give me 1 second. Use bathroom. Alright, we're gonna print an Irby gnome thing next. Soap on a rope. I could probably print a chain connected to a soap kind of thing. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna scale this one up a little bit. Just because it'll print a little bit easier, especially with the 1.0. How long will this guy take? Irby, your models are like... you need to send it in a different way if you can next time. Is it... Man, I think I need to lower it slightly. Because it's wigging out my slicer here. I think it's too big of a model, basically. Okay. There. Just a tiny little dude object. It takes forever to generate the G-code because this object file is so big, I think, or so detailed. How long is about a 40-minute print? Perfect. Alright. Before I print it, I want to adjust the printer slightly. I need to adjust the tensioners a little bit. Tension them up. I'm hoping that will allow it to print a little bit better for the first layer. And I'm also going to put the filter on. Which doesn't really fit that well. At least I need to redesign it. This isn't my design for this filter. Okay, and then I'll turn the filter fan on. Print settings. Maybe it's in the filament. Cooling. I don't need this. Oh, it's struggling. I'm trying to find the filter fan and turn that on. I might have to look this up. Give me a second. Maybe I have to adjust the settings in the filament settings, maybe? Manage filaments. Retrying soap. Yes. Okay, we'll see if it turns on. I might be able to adjust it in the settings here, or after the printers started printing as well. Oh, this is where I changed the filter, or the nozzle. It's not a high flow. Sorry, I am looking at here. So that's where you change that. Okay. Control. Okay. So we are going to send this print now. Does not require high flow nozzle. Transferring. Okay, I can adjust the filter fan. We'll see if it turns itself on automatically, though. I have it set to go on. I'm hoping that'll make it so my eyes aren't as agitated as they currently are. More things to look into at some point. Alright, we are now printing. A scuba mask. I'll just get one of those gas masks, those giant ones. The full face gas mask. It's a football soap. Sorry. Alright, and then if this guy prints just fine, I'm gonna call it the filament successfully printing. And then the next thing I'm going to do as far as stream is kind of finish up the MMU thing. Am I waiting on anything, or is it just waiting to... I think it's just waiting in general. Yeah, it's absorbing heat right now. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, once I get this, like the next print successfully printed, I'll call it good. I'll take pictures of both this one and the next one, and I will send it, reply to the email, the support email, be like, hey, the new filament arrived and it works, and I can print. Thank you very much. Because the CEO themselves was part of the support chain as well. So. And because this is printing well, I'm gonna eventually look at buying some of their other filaments too. Maybe even, well, I don't want to do the monthly thing because I don't print enough and I wouldn't use all of their different roles like that, but what is passive? The microwave filament? Which one is that? This one would be kind of fun to mess with. Michael Jackson. Glowing plant vitamin. That's sold out. Which one do you mean by the microwave one? Or are you just yanking my soap chain?
Micro. What? What? I don't understand why anyone would use, what anyone would use this for. Huh. Alright then. What's an air water well? They have some just out there filaments. Iridescent gold. Okay. I need to clean the print head, probably. Ooh, that's hot. You know what? I might just stick some glue on it and call it good. Am I all out of the glue? I need to get more glue stick. So I can just wash it off real easily. Yeah, I'm basically out of glue on this thing. I need to get more glue stick. Alright, reprinting. And I got the chamber fan just filtering. Holographic. This is kind of what is useful to look at, to see what is made up of the spool, like what is used. Water, alcohol, calcium, emulsifiers, olive oil, essential oils. Oh, there's a Gen 5 now. I think I have the Gen 4, not the Gen 5. I'm curious to see what their... They have light. Flex. TPU. Interesting. I want to see their, like, just... other like their PLA style. I want to see what... this is where... Microwave. I'm not gonna mess with that at all. Reflecting glow. Hydrogel. Antibacterial. That would be kind of... Vinegar. Oh, sugar. There's sugar and vinegar. Weird. UV reveal. Where's there, like... normal filaments? Cinnamon soap. There we go. It's printing now. Like, I want to see, like, their iridescent, like, these guys, iridescent ones, to see what makes in the material sheet for them. And what they're supposed to be like. Excuse me. Like, is it closer to PETG, PLA? $230. That's higher than PLA. I don't know. I'm not gonna get anything right now. But it's useful to keep an eye on it later. Oh, the light one? Seal and repair. Paper service, UV reveal, bug attractor. They've got so many now. It's so crazy. You know, I'm just gonna use your link. Oh, so you just... I wonder how this actually works. Interesting. So if you basically have to connect it to a laser or a light source somehow, though. Oh, here's a video. Oh yeah, because there's the lighting. That is really cool, actually.
I have a feeling this company is going to be huge in 3D printing if everything works as like they say it does, and like they don't put in like extra like weird chemicals or like I don't know. You get what I'm saying though, right? Like they have some serious potential. Mm-hmm. It's like the soap filament's working. It's I haven't. I need to like really test it. Photo. Yeah. Yeah, some of the stuff just feels too good to be true, so I don't know like how this actually works. They gotta earn one. I feel like they figured out how to make dissolvable stuff, and now they're just throwing that into everything. Though that doesn't really... I don't know how that works with like the lights and like other shit. Photogenic or photovoltaic. Fish food. This is such just a dumb but hilarious idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry, I was looking at the toilet color and it's just like, I was thinking like, this is such a dumb but great idea. Oh, it's like a urinal cake, I think. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, these filaments are like... There is so much potential for some of these things, for products, if they do as they say. Fiber. This is basically, you can make clothes. Like cosplay materials and stuff like that. Water desalination. Of course, they've made straws. The problem with dissolvable plastic is, does it actually dissolve? Like, does it... Or does it leave microplastics? I mean, I'm sure it's like... it doesn't dissolve instantly. It's probably similar to... like, well, maybe not the support, but there's like some dissolvable filament that they have that but it takes a while to dissolve. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what they claim, but companies lie all the time. I just hope they're not a company that's lying about this stuff, because I really want, like, this stuff to work, or, like, to be, you know... I don't want them to be lying about this, because this has potential to revolutionize plastics in, like, the industry and stuff like that. I don't want it to come out, like, a year later being like, oh yeah, this stuff is actually super toxic, you shouldn't be using this, you're gonna get cancer now. Or, like, it actually harms the environment way worse than other plastics, because normal plastics don't actually dissolve that fast and harm the environment the way these do. Yeah, they're a private company, and they're relatively new, so I don't think there's been any studies from independent companies to really look into them more. I think, because again, like, this is... Yeah. Thank you, Stream Elements. Okay. So there are independent tests. I just hadn't found them. Okay. So they are more legit than... I'll trust them for now, but again, I'm always skeptical about, you know, new shit like this, just because... You know, yeah. Yeah, just because consumers have been burned way too many times by promising the world and... Right now I'm happy with the soap filament that's working. I'll probably look at buying other more filaments in the future. I think the plant vitamin and the fire are the two I might look into getting. It may be the toilet one, because that just sounds hilarious. Some of the other ones I might buy flex to see other. Well, also okay, maybe not this because it's also water soluble. I do like that they are making plastics that are water soluble. And they're like... they're not forever plastics, basically. Paper surface would be kind of interesting. A cellulose-based powder. Okay, so it's doesn't print like paper. You have to kind of do some post-processing to get it to print like paper. This could be kind of interesting to print with, though. Anyway, get back to this. Why? It's whatever. Okay, we're gonna trim, blop, blop, blop. Blop, blop, blop like that. Okay. Am I doing something wrong? I don't want it to look like this. Suppress. Oops. I want to do this, and we can do a sketch, or not a sketch. Extrude. We need new solid. There we go. That's what I want. Make it about 4 millimeters. Okay, so now if we unsuppress this, we've got like a spine that kind of connects. It's not quite there though. I think it's because I used the wrong dot or something. I don't know. That should be good enough though.
it's really close on this side. Let's adjust the sketch slightly. Well, I don't know. Should be. I think that should be fine. We're gonna thicken it up a little bit though. 8, 4. We're offsetting it so it's in the center like this. Okay. So then this is how it's gonna be, and it's going to have the balls hanging from here. So I need to cut a hole through the bottom and the top. Let me think of how I want to connect this. I'm going to start with the top. We'll cut a hole up here for the hook. And the idea is it's going to basically connect all the way through. Let's suppress this. I want to take unsuppress. We want to do like this because I want to take and delete parts of this somehow. Oops. How do I... Whatever, I can adjust it later. I'm just gonna not really worry too much about everything as far as the dimensional accuracy. I just kind of try to do a rough sketch and then I'll go back through and either redo it or edit it to fix some of the issues. So we're gonna start. I think we're gonna adjust the sketch slightly. Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna do a fast prototype, basically. Okay. Bronzed. I'm gonna try to do it all myself for the most part. Oh wait, and then gotta trim this. Okay. Perfect. So now what I can do is I could take this and we can put a hole in here. Let's make a quick sketch to get the center of this. Going to like that. And we can take this. Oops. And we'll put a dot right there. Perfect. Now I think I should be able to select this and do a hole. We're gonna make it 3 for now. Perfect. The idea is the bolt will go through here. It'll go through the football as well, and the hook will come down, hang. And then I think what I need to do is something similar for down here, maybe. Let me think of how I want to do this. I'm gonna go grab the trophy real fast. This is what it looks like. What I need to do at some point is clean the paint off it and actually use a paint that'll stick to it, because I think they use like a latex, or they didn't. I think they used a spray paint on rubber, which does not work, as you can see. So I'm gonna take this hook, or reuse, or do something like that, use this hook, and then I'm gonna model something similar to the bottom of this. Yeah, because this has been shipped. And you can kind of see, I'm trying to cover up like the, there we go. The paint on the bottom here is like, was not done very well. It's a janky setup, which, I mean, that's kind of the purpose, is to be pretty jank. Okay. Yeah. Horizontal. And what else is it? Oh, I see. There. Now we're constrained. Okay. So then this is going to go into a base, basically. I haven't quite figured out how I want to attach it to the base. What I might do here. We're going to create a new sketch for a new part. fuck it. We're just gonna just design crazily, and I'll kind of figure out the details as I go. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Like, this is gonna be... I'm just making a really very prototypey base, just to kind of see how it connects to everything. Extrude. 20. 10. There we go. Make it 40. Make this 20. This is kind of what I want to do, and then I'll make a hole in it basically based off these. So what I can do is make another sketch. Like that. Like that. So this base is going to be bigger, but the general idea is going to shove into here somehow. I'm going to drill, take a hole, into it from the top, I think, because the football needs to connect. I suppose it doesn't have to connect into here. I kind of don't like the way this is looking. Because I want the football... I need this space to be lower than the football. Yeah, because this is definitely... not, it would tip over back this way. So we need to make the base more center to the bottom of the football. So we're going to delete this, delete this, delete this. And instead we need to drill through the football. I need to do... Actually, what I should do is... Okay, yeah, we need to extend this to about here. We're going to adjust this sketch. Let's put this back right here for now. We're going to include... that should be about right. Except I'm going to make it straight, so we need... turn that into a construction line, I think, like that. And then I need to go out here like this. And we'll take another construction line. What did I do? Okay. Okay. Let me think what I'm doing with this now. Trim, trim, trim. Trim. Need this to go all the way down. We trim and trim. Like that. And I believe we just need to dimension this, make it about 20. Dimension this, make it about 25. Make it 20 as well. I don't think we actually need to mention that. Oh. Okay, then we need to put a vertical in, I believe. Nope. Why is that? Maybe it's a horizontal. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And what I need to do is we need to trim this as well. Oops. Why can't I grab onto this? Okay. And then I also need to make like that, I think. Oh wait. We should have this right here. So I don't think I need this line. Alright, let's see what this looks like. that's kind of basically what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to clean this up eventually. This could be a little snugger under here. Delete that. Okay. Then we do a quick sketch in the bottom here because we're going to make a hole that goes up through here. Because I wanted to go through the football. This I'm definitely going to trim down a bit too, so it's not so out here. Oops. What I should do is delete this constraint, delete this constraint. How we're doing right now. And then we're going to take a dimension from here to here. We'll say it's about 4. Perfect. There we go. That looks better. Okay, let's get a whole quick sketch here at the bottom. I want this, 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 and that. Okay. So now we take there. Take another line. Whoop. We want to take this line and go all the way over here. And then we put a dot in the big ol' center like that. Perfect. Now we can take this dot, we can do a quick hole. There we go. The bolt goes through here all the way down to there. Yeah. This should not be going. Okay, that's what I want. And then now I need to figure out how to connect to the base. Okay, Irby's thing is done though. Let's go take it off the bed. Yeah, this looks so Dumb. I gotta get a picture of it. There is definitely some, if you look at the base, there's some cleanup that needs to be done, but look at that. He's got a little butt as well. So you can definitely see layer lines, so it's not like perfect. But it came out like it came out perfectly fine. Let's see. I would need, if I did this print again, I would adjust the seam because you can definitely see it right here. It's so stupid though. Yeah. So I would call soap filament successful. Hi, boss. Yeah, I'll feed you in a sec. Your birthday dinner. So I'm happy. I will email them back and be like, hey, your soap filament works. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Mute. I've got a good amount of people in my chat. We're gonna be done for now. I will be back next week though. Or not next week, later this week, probably Thursday. Let's see. These are all way too big. Oh, I could do Isidore maybe. I haven't. Duo Barrel. Stinky Carnival. I think I might do Isidore. I haven't rated him in a while. He's got a good amount of people that I can raid into. Okay. We'll raid Izzy. No, I don't have... I'm not following him. Is he live? Sometimes he'll show up in my recommended. Oh yeah, he is. No, I'm gonna avoid that. I feel like that's kind of finally calmed down a bit. I do not want to stir that pot. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, though, and hanging out with me as we printed a little buff boy. I'll be back Thursday, most likely. Discord, if you want to join that. I launched a new channel on YouTube, actually, and the first video should be coming out tomorrow. It's going to be full play videos. Let me see if I can find the URL. If you want to give that a... Here we are. Check, if you want to check that out. Basically, the idea is to make... I'm going to put more long-form videos of just gameplay. Full gameplay videos, no commentary, kind of stuff like that. First one comes out tomorrow, and it's Triangle Strategy. Actually, first two come out tomorrow. I thought it'd be kind of an interesting idea to try and see how that goes, but... Bye!